Good morning. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Parent who complimented me on my videos. Thank you. It really means a lot. I appreciate that. Well, this morning we're looking at some more examples of using the exponent rules. So before we go into some more examples, let's talk about what does this mean when we see something that looks like this. First of all, the big number is going to be our base, and the little number that the base is being raised to is known as our exponent. Exponent or power. Okay, and so we read this like this. We read it 5 to the third power, or 5 raised to the third power, or 5 cubed. And we write it like this: 5 times 5 times 5. Notice the relationship between the power, exponent, and how many 5s I have. So we are multiplying 3 5s together. So 5 times 5 times 5. Now, some of us might be able to do this in our head. We might be able to do 5 times 5 times 5 in our head and come up with 125. Okay, and if your math tables aren't so good, you can plug it in your calculator. 5 times 5 times 5, or 5 carats 3. Okay, so this simplifies to 125. Okay. Let's go down here to multiplying terms. Let's look at some examples. So remember that parentheses means to multiply. So we start by multiplying the coefficients. The numbers in front of the variables are known as coefficients. So 3 times 2. Okay, then we have to apply the rule that we learned on the last video notes. Keep that rule page available as you need to look at it. So x times x, the rule is to add exponents. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So x squared. Okay. Next, we have 4 times negative 2 times 1. Remember, there's an unseen 1 here in front. So 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 times 1 is negative 8. Okay, our base is a, so we write our base down. And we add the exponents. 1 plus 1 plus 2. And that's going to give us 4. Okay, so here we go. We're multiplying. So we're going to start by multiplying the coefficients. So 6 times 2 times negative 3. So this gives us 12. 12 times negative 3 is negative 36. Okay? And then when we have different bases and we're multiplying, we put them in alphabetical order. So B, C, D. Okay, they're not always going to be given to you in alphabetical order like that, so you have to put them in alphabetical order. This means negative 36 times B times C times D. I hope you're having fun. I know I am. I love math. Math is fun, and I really enjoy doing it. I look forward to doing these videos with you guys. All right, so here we go. We have parentheses. Okay, so we have 2 bases. Okay, so we have to raise both bases to 4, to the 4th power. So we're going to have 3 to the 4th power, and we're going to have y to the 4th power. Okay, so remember, 4 3s. So 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Okay? So 3 to the 4th power is going to give us 81. And this will just be y to the 4th. Remember, if you have any questions on any of this that you don't understand, please ask me for help in class, and I'll explain it to you again. Be happy to do that. All right, so here we go. Now we have a dilemma. We have multiplication, and we have exponent. So what do we do first? Do we multiply first, or do we do exponents first? Okay, well, here's the key here. We're simplifying this. So remember, when simplifying an expression, we use, we use PEMDAS. We use PEMDAS. When simplifying, we're not solving. Let's see if I can spell simplifying right this morning. I think that's right. We use PEMDAS. So that means parentheses first. Well, there's nothing we can do inside the parentheses. Exponent second. So we're going to apply the exponent first. So we're going to have 2 to the 3rd power, which is going to give us 8. K to the 3rd power. And that we're going to multiply that times negative 5k. So I rewrote that here. Okay? Exponents are done. Next thing we want to do is any multiplying and dividing. Remember, from left to right. Okay, so we're going to multiply these together. So multiplying our coefficients and applying the rules for multiplying like bases. So the k's, add the exponents. 3 plus 1 is 4. Now this takes some study. You have to remember multiplying like bases. Okay, k and k, you add the exponents. Okay, notice over here, these bases were not alike. So we did not add any exponents together. They were all individual, so they stayed the same. All right, 3 squared is 9. Going a little bit faster now. Applying the exponent first. Negative 2 to the 5th power. Now, if your number is negative and the exponent is odd, your answer will be negative. Little hint there. If your number is negative and your exponent is even, then your answer will be positive. Okay? So, now all we need now is 2 to the 5th power. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 gives us 32, q to the 5th. And don't be afraid to show some work here. Yes, we don't always need to go straight to the answer. Okay? So now we're going to go ahead and multiply our coefficients. So 9 times negative 32. We have P and a Q. Which one goes first? You know your alphabet. Excellent. P goes first. See, you can retain information. I remember when my daughter first learned her alphabet, she remembered it to the song that we sing, which I'm not going to sing right now. Okay, moving on. Multiplying terms versus adding terms. Yeah, we've already kind of experienced this on the worksheet. Adding terms is something that you've been doing since your 8th grade year probably. Okay, you just haven't realized it, that you already know this rule. Okay, so when adding terms, think of it this way. We have 2x's plus 4x's gives us 6x's. So when adding, and yes, even subtracting, the variable stays the same. That's it. Variable stays the same. But they have to be alike in order to combine them. Remember, combining like terms, they have to be alike. So notice these two variables are the same, and they have the same exponent. So 3a squareds plus 5a squareds is 8a squareds. Okay? I love it. Take a look at this one. Let's zoom in on this one a little bit. Can we combine these two? What do you think, Christian? Can we combine them? That's right, we can't. They're not like terms. But you might be saying, well, the bases are the same, so can't we combine them? What's different? That's right, the exponents are different. So we cannot combine these together. There is nothing that we can do here except write them down. Okay? And also, always put the greater exponent first. Okay? Here we go. Xy squared, xy squared, xy squared. Can we combine them? You betcha we can. Alright, so let's combine them. So we got 6 of them, plus 2 of them is 8 of them. 8 of them minus 3 of them is 5 of them. 5 of them. Notice the terms stayed the same. We just combined the coefficients. Okay? Alright. I'll leave 5b up to you to do. See if you can do that. Let's move over here. Okay? Now, I realize maybe I should have done these together, but think about what we did on 1b. Okay? How's this one different? That's right, it's multiplication. So we have to remember the rule. Okay? So first we multiply the coefficients, write the base, add the exponent. So notice the difference between our answers. Big difference. Big difference. Okay? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let you finish those. Since I'm going to have you do 5b, let's do 5a together. So let's start off by multiplying the coefficients. 6, and remember that's a 1. 6 times 1 is 6. Okay, since we're multiplying, we're going to write down the first base that we see, which is p, in alphabetical order. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Q, that's to the first power, remember. To the first power, so 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, so Q to the third. And the only variable that's left is R to the fourth. Alright, dividing terms. Down to less than 2 minutes, so hang in there. So, dividing, looking at our coefficients. 3 divided by 6. Okay, 6 doesn't go into 3, so I'm going to go ahead and reduce this down to 1/2. Okay, and then our base is W. Put it on the top, and then subtract. Remember the rule for dividing is subtract exponents. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So we get W over 2. Okay? Let's look at this one. Looking at our coefficients, 5 goes into 20 4 times. 5 goes into 15 3 times. Our like base is 8, so we'll put it on the top. 7 minus 5 is 2. Running out of time. Let's go, let's see. Let's look at 3. 5/8 can't be reduced, so we're just going to bring it over. Okay, notice here that we have 1 minus 3, so we're going to get negative 2. Okay, notice I'm putting them on the top. Why? So 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, running out of time. Sorry about that, guys.